Warning, the following show features stunts performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, the reality guys and producers must insist that none of these opinions be taken as facts. Now, please enjoy the show.
You guys are going to build a fort?
Yeah, that was his audition with the kids.
Well, no, that's what he should have done with the women that were left. Obviously, guys, if you can't figure out who you love the most, you should have them build forts.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Good evening.
And Waleed.
What's up, guys?
As you guys can see in the title, we are here to talk about The Bachelor season 26 season finale, night 1. And I just want to let you guys know, and I want to let the audience know that I definitely did not love this episode the most.
I mean, did anybody?
Guys, I love Can't Be Measured, and apparently my fandom can't be measured because I might have died a little bit inside at some point during this season, guys. I think we appreciate everyone who's been watching all season along with us. If this is your first time watching, we've gone on the ride with basically everyone else in general sentiment. We haven't been happy with Clayton as the Bachelor. We haven't been happy with the show itself, the focus on drama, the idea that we really don't get to know these women very well, especially this season. We have not gotten to know them very well, which leads to a moment like tonight, which really should have meant a lot even more to us. But to be fair, man, it really didn't mean that much to Clayton either. I want to get your guys' reaction overall in the episode, but also just the idea of this guy walking around and saying that he's broken. So, Brian, I just want to hear your thoughts on the episode as a whole. And then whenever you're done, Waleed, pick up.
I mean, if anybody's been watching the show for 10 weeks now, like they know how I feel about this guy. I'm so like that whole scene where he's like, I'm so broken. It almost looked like it was acted that he was crying like that. Like, I don't know. I'm not an emotional person. I can't tell you the last time I ever cried like that. Probably was in high school when I was being like emotional about something dumb. But I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of stuff that happened there. It's just like, how are these girls going back to this guy? Like, if Susie goes back to him, we might need to quit the show. I might not show up tomorrow night. Just things like that. Like, I don't really know. It's bad. I just live on Twitter for reactions. That's all I care about with these things. I just want to feel accepted that my thought everyone agrees with.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the way I feel about it is just, from the beginning to the end, it was just a real head scratcher the whole time. I mean, just everything he does, he just digs himself a deeper hole. Like, why just beg these girls to stay when, a day or two later, you're just going to be like, I want to go back to the other girl that I just sent home, Susie. Like, he's so emotionally undisciplined. Like, I think even like going back to like other seasons of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, like maybe they do have like, feelings towards more than one person. Maybe they are in love with more than one person, but it's like, even if you are, be emotionally disciplined and don't say it out loud. Like, words have meaning. Like, don't go and tell all of them right before the fantasy suite that you're in love with all three of them, because that's just not a bad look. Not a good look, I mean. So it's just, I don't know. He's so emotionally undisciplined through this whole entire process. He's going to end up alone probably. Honestly, when Gabby said, no, I can't accept this role, I was really hoping. I was like, yeah, Gabby, you go. Walk. You look great in your dress. Walk away and don't come back. And, man, I mean, she came back, but, he's going to ruin it again. Basically, it's that simple.
This guy, and you guys have both made good points. I'm not going to touch on both of them, but this guy just doesn't get it on so many levels, the position he's putting these people in and putting himself in. Let's just analyze this from a couple of different lenses, because there's a lot of the criticisms that we see, and I wanted to kind of address a little bit of them. One of the common criticisms we get from a lot of our audience is that they understood what they were doing going into the fantasy suites. And last week I made our real kind of sentimental, emotional argument that like they're grown women and they can decide to do what they want to do. I'm not even going to go that way this week. I want to go this way this week. We're like, okay, look, even if they aren't actually themselves, they know what they're getting into. Obviously they've been and watched The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. They get it. Dude, you need to, like Waleed said, you cannot vocalize it to them. They get it. There is an understanding, but as soon as you blow up the understanding by talking about it, you're putting them in a position. So even if they really didn't care on national television, they got to try to save a little face. Like they can't, willingly not going to make themselves look like idiots. And conversely, maybe if they do actually love you, like it seems like they do, and again, it's an understanding that you just don't talk about it, dude. If you end up with one of them, they're probably going to skip this guy episode. I'm sorry, but it's like this just so many levels. And then again, going around and saying that he's the one that's broken it. He's hurt. He made the mistakes. Thank God for his parents being on there too. Because a lot of people make arguments and stuff. And like, what if it were your kids? Well, we got to see right there. What if it were your parents and you were the one making those decisions? His parents are like, dude, you're dumb. You're treating these women like shit.
Yeah, he clearly, like, I don't like him at all. Me and Brian don't like him, but I think we can all agree. Like, it seems like he comes from good people, like a good.
Yeah, they're normal people.
Yeah, it seems like it. You know,
they slide in the DMs. They're normal people.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. I mean,
yeah, the dad's got no time for that Clayton bullshit.
Yeah, so many good quotes. The dad makes sense. It's understandable. They don't want to be second or third. You screwed the pooch. Like classic lines. Bang, bang, bang.
That's an old person saying.
Oh, screwed the pooch. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize he had two brothers. Now I was thinking the whole time. I was like, which one of them slid?
Yeah, which one?
I think both of them did.
Both of them?
I think both of them did.
Dude, if I was Clayton's dad, I'd go on national TV right now and be like, I got 3 stupid boys. That's what I would say. That's what I would say.
It's just so, unfortunately, like, this is actually what I predicted what was going to happen this week. I thought that he was going to then try to go after Susie. I thought it was going to happen in this episode. However, everyone, this is going to be our other real criticism, and then we'll kind of slide out because we do have tomorrow night to react to the ultimate result. Sure. The studio interludes, man. They do not make the studio a different episode. Make that tomorrow night. I want to see what the hell happens, man. They led up to all this crap, and they made it have to be this most dramatic episode. That wasn't even that dramatic. There wasn't anything that dramatic that happened. They cried. That was it. We knew this was going to happen. So I take back what I said. What I said last week. We're finally at the point of no return, guys, where we finally don't know what's going to happen after this moment. Actually, no, we still haven't seen anything we haven't seen in the damn trailers. This whole season was in the trailer.
Right. Exactly.
It really was. Yeah.
I'm getting back into ranting mode again. I swore off the rants, but it's like,
it just shows how bad he is. Like, he's got no personality. He's got like no common sense, no awareness.
Yeah.
You weren't there, Dad.
Yeah.
He found Jesus this episode, though.
Yeah, I know. The way it opened, though, with him sitting in the church with all that like church music. Oh my God. I was like, man, this looks like an opening to the Boondock Saints.
He's the third Boondock brother.
Yeah, it looked because that's exactly how the Boondock Saints movie opened with both brothers.
He dresses with his turtlenecks and shit.
And black pea coats, you know.
Because the choir wasn't just there. You know what I mean? That was essentially a live concert.
It seemed like
it was a live concert. Damn it, Ryan. I wrote, dude, get out of the church. You're bothering their choir practice. Like, get out, dude. It's a closed practice. Like, get out. I saw you tweet about this. Brian, I saw you tweet about this. The live picture-in-picture reactions of the crowd were good.
Yeah, that was really good. Like,
they need us for that.
Just that Shannon Sharp like face. I loved it.
They hit the celebrities a few times. They had Bristow on there one time where you seen her trying not to laugh at some of his comments and stuff. So like they were
knuckle dragging loser. I mean, and like what Waleed said earlier, because I said this last week, like he used "I love you" for sex. It's what he did.
Conveniently right before the fantasy suites. Like that's calculated. That is so calculated.
I don't even think, again, like I've said, I think it's naive. I think it's emotionally immature. I don't think it is cruel. It ends up being a cruel thing to do. Don't think he's a cruel person, and I know people might think that's splitting hairs, and again, I'm the most positive out of the three when we do these analysis. Again, I just really think the guy was naive. His biggest crime was being naive, and secondly, very close second, being emotionally immature.
Yeah,
I
like
do
I'm
think he's
yeah.
a nice guy, and I think that also kind of laid right into the damn producers. They set this dude up for freaking a disaster, and they got what they wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, bachelors in the past, I'm sure they loved more than one woman in the past, but it's like, don't say it like to all three right before the fantasy.
I mean, dude, they had Nick Vial on there, host a Bachelor podcast. This was a former contestant. I mean, I've never seen a former contestant go on there the night before the last night and be like, yeah, this one, he kind of screwed up on this one, man. Like, the thing's not even over yet. They're already burying the guy. Like, how could it end up being a happy ending? Can't be, right? Percentage chance he ends up happy, like 5.
I mean, honestly, his only hope now is if Susie takes him back. That's what this whole thing is riding.
Oh, the other ones are out. I mean, he by going to even see her again, they're both done. Like, they're out, 100%. Guys. Those two are eliminated. Rachel won for like 10 minutes until Gabby came back. And now they're both out because he's going to go see Susie. Like, Susie's still there apparently because it's going to be the next day. But even Jet Palmer knows. He's like, well, tomorrow we'll know how this ends because he ain't getting engaged, dude. Like, this is over tomorrow. You're done.
Susie, I guarantee you Susie ain't taking him back.
She better not. She better not take him back. I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm gonna be on this podcast.
Honestly, even if she did, I don't see it working out. Like, I could see breaking news in a month where they break.
Yeah, the rewatch is gonna kill all
they
three.
Could literally get together in the episode, but in the live studio thing already be broken up.
No way. Yeah, right.
You got to remember that we're live on this reunion tomorrow. Okay, cool. So I think that was really everything we need to really discuss as far as night one. We have 2 more hours, our final 2 hours of the season. We've also been promised the Bachelorette release. I know apparently some people know. If you looked into the spoilers, we don't know that. So we are looking forward to it, which means we will have another season probably coming soon, guys. Got to be in the spring before the summer for Bachelor in Paradise. So means you'll get a preview special and you will get a weekly coverage just like you had for this season. And guys, there's no way it could be any worse than this season was. So I'm looking forward to it, to turn the page into a new chapter of the Bachelor franchise.
Please save us.
If this was your first time watching, we really appreciate it, especially if you watched here till the end. Please comment, like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the page. We cover everything Bachelor. We do everything CBS reality as well. So Survivor, Amazing Race. We dabbled in Big Brother, may dabble back in that a little bit more in the summer. We also will be covering the Challenge and the spinoffs of the Challenge franchises that will all be kind of starting to air, it looks like, in the summer. Also, Temptation Island comes back this week. So Brian and myself, we're big fans of that show. So we may get quick, short reviews. If we get reviews of those, we literally, there might be 5 to 8-minute reviews that we give quickly just to give you guys caught up if you're not watching. But again, for myself, Brian, Waleed, Kevin, thank you and peace.